Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Rifki and my student number or name is 28. Today I'm going to explain about the dynamics of Pancasila in the history of nation. Dynamics of Pancasila in the history of nation. So there are introduction, basic values of Pancasila in the history of the nations, formulation and approval of Pancasila, and the dynamics of Pancasila. So what is the reality of development of Pancasila? Every nation has its own history, and great nation is a nation that respects the history of the nation. Therefore, as Indonesian citizens, we must understand and appreciate the history of Indonesian nation. Pancasila as the basis and ideology of the state was the political agreement of the founding fathers when the Indonesian state was founded. However, in the long journey of the nation's life, Pancasila often experiences various deviations in the actualization of its values. Deviations from the practice of Pancasila can be in the form of additions, subtractions, and deviations from the supposed meaning. Pancasila was originally from the values of Indonesian people, specifically customs and religion. As the ideology of the country, Pancasila does not tend to be closed or static towards innovation. Pancasila is open or dynamic and able to adapt along with the times and innovation. Pancasila's basic values in the history of the nations. Sriwijaya Empire, the first principle, side by side between Hinduism and Buddhism. The second principle, sending students to India on base to strengthen the relationship. The third principle, application of the concept of islands. The fourth principle, extensive sovereignty, Siam and Malay Peninsula. The fifth principle, people's prosperity through service and trade channels. Fundamental value of Pancasila in the nation's history. The Kingdom of Majapahit. The first principle, Hinduism and Buddhism live side by side peacefully. The second principle, the relation with foreign kingdoms, China, Ayutthaya, Champa, Cambodia in the period of Hayam Wuruk. The third principle, the wholeness of the kingdoms, especially through the Palapa Oath. The fourth principle, the value of deliberation in the government order. The fifth principle, the establishment of a sustained kingdom by the welfare of people. Pancasila formulation and approval. A. Chronology formulation. 7 September 1944. The process of formulating and ratifying of Pancasila began when Indonesia was still colonized by Japan. Seen in the trial of the investigative body, the background of the establishment of the investigative body, Japan suffered defeat, pressure, and attack from the Allies. There were demands and pressure from the leaders to the Japanese force to give Indonesia its independence, or at least took actions regarding the matters. On September 7, 1944, Japan released an assurance of Indonesian independence in the future that was planned on August 24, 1945. The formation of BPUPKI, Prime Minister Kaiso's announcement of the promise of independence on 7 September 1944. The Japanese Empire hereby announced the future independence of all Indonesian people. Following the defeat from the Allies, the Emperor of Japan, Tenno Heika, on April 29, 1945, promised to reward Indonesia with unconditional independence. This promise was delivered a week before their surrender with the announcement of Kunseikan, or highest civilian authority of the Japanese military government in Java and Madura, number 23. With the Kunseikan Edict on April 29, 1945, the Indonesian Independence Preparatory Agency, or BPUPKI, was officially formed in Japanese called Tokuritsu Junbi Chosakai. Number 2. On 29 April 1945, the governor of the government of the Japanese Army in Java, or Kunseikan, formed the Tokuritsu Junbi Chosakai, or Badan Penyelidik Usaha-Usaha Persiapan Kemerdekaan BPUPKI, whose task was to investigate everything regarding the preparations for Indonesian independence. Number 3. 28 May 1945. BPUPKI was inaugurated by Kunseikan, chaired by Dr. Rajiman Widjodiningrat. Number 4, 29 May until 1 June 1945. BPUPKI's first meeting on 29 May until 1 June 1945, preparing the basic draft of the state of an independent Indonesia. Prof. Mr. Muhyamin proposed a proposal entitled Basic Principles of the Republic of Indonesia, which consists of national values, humanities values, divinities values, populist values, and people's welfare. And there are other figures who took part in contributing ideas such as Prof. Dr. Mr. R. Suparno, P.F. Dahlan, Dr. Mohatta. The composition of BPUPKI's leadership and membership or investigating committee for preparatory work for Indonesia independence. The chairman is Dr. K.R. Rajiman Widyotiningrat. The young chairman is number 1 RP Suroso and number 2 Iji Pangase or orang Jepang. The member is Ir Soekarno, Muhyamin, Dr. R. Kusuma Atmaja, R. Abdurrahim Prata Likrama, R. Aris, K. Haji Dewantara, Ki Bagus Haji Adikusumo, MPH Bintoro, AK Muzakir, BPHP Purobojo, RAA Wiranata Kusumo, Insinyur RR Hasujo, Uji Chang Choi, Dr. Mohatta, Hui Jong Hao, Haji Agus Salim, M. Surarjo Karto Adikusumo, RM Margono, K. Haji Abdul Halim, K. Haji Masikur, R. Sudirman, Prof. Dr. P.A.H. Jayadiningrat, Prof. Dr. Suparno, Prof. Ir. Rusono, Mr. R.P. Saragi, N.Y. Maria Ulta Santosa, R.T. Asurjo, R. Ruslan Munggo Kusumo, R. Susanto Tirtoprojo, N.Y.R.S.S. Sunarjo M, Dr. R. Buntaran Marto Mojo, Lincoln Hian, Mr. J. Latuar Hari, Mr. R. Hindro Martono, R. Sukarjo, Haji A. Sanusi, A. M. Tasat, Mr. Tan Enghua, RMP Surahmanti, RAA Sumitro Kolopakimpi, KRM Taha Wongsono Koro, Mr. Ahmad Suparjo, Profesor Dr. R. Sinai Asiki Wijaya Kusumo, Abikusno Cokro Suyoso, Parata Harahap, Mr. RM Sartono, KHM Mansur, KRMA Susrodiningrat, Mr. R. Suwarndi, KHA Wahid Hasim, PF Tahler, Dr. Sukirman, Mr. KRMT Wong Sonogoro, R. Oto Iskandar Dinata, A. Baswedan, Abdul Qadir, Dr. Samsi, Mr. A. Maramis, Mr. Samsudin, Mr. R. Sastro Muljono. The process of formulating Pancasila, 29 May until 1 June 1945. A. The speech of Muhyamin on May 29, 1945. The principles and foundation of Indonesia with the following formulation: nationality, humanity, divinity, democracy, and social welfare. B. Supomo speech, 31 May 1945. According to Noto Susanto, in 1984, the basic for an independent Indonesia proposed by Prof. Supomo are as follows: 1. Unity, 2. Kinship, 3. Balance of soul and heart, 4. Discussion, and 5. People's justice. Speech of Ir. Soekarno, June 1st, 1945. In the BPUPKI session, Soekarno proposed 5 fundamental principles of the state, specifically Indonesian nationality, internationalism or theory of humanity, consensus or democracy, social welfare, and culture divinity. Number 5, 1 June 1945. Ir. Soekarno gave a speech and proposed a basic conception of the Indonesian state philosophy, which was named Pancasila in the following order: Indonesian nationalism or nationality, internationalism or humanity, consensus or democracy, socialism, welfare, or culture divinity. On June 1, 1945, a small committee was created, chaired by Ir. Soekarno as a replacement for BPUPKI. Number 6, 22 June 1945, the result of the joint meeting of the Javanese People's Convention Association, the independence of Indonesia as soon as possible. The basic law is given a kind of preface. PPUPKI continues to work until the establishment of the Basic Law, forming a small committee of investigators of state proposals or framers. Committee of 9 had a meeting at Pegangsaan Timur 56, Jakarta to arrange the draft Basic Law, which was later called the Jakarta Charter or Piagam Jakarta. The Committee of 9 meeting June 22, 1945. Committee of 9 is a small committee that consists of Ir Soekarno, Dr. Soeharto, Mr. A. Maramis, Mr. Musyamin, Abdi Kusnandjokro Suyoso, Haji Agus Salim, KH Wahid Hasim, Abdul Kahar Muzakrim, Ahmad Suparjo. In this meeting, 9 committee reached an agreement that was applied in the Jakarta Charter. In the last part of the script from the Jakarta Charter, it has the basic formulation of the state as follows: believe in one and only God, just and civilized humanity, unity of Indonesia, democracy led by wisdom and representative of the people, social justice for all Indonesian people. Assembly on July 10, 1945. Formulation process of UUD 1945, 10 until 16 July 1945. Assembly on July 10, 1945. Creation of Panitia 9 or 9 Panitia and the formulation of UUD 1945. Assembly on July 11, 1945. Creation of 1. Planning Committee of the Constitution. 2. Committee of Patriots. 3. Committee of Economy and Finance. Assembly on July 13, 1945. Work report from the Designing Committee of UUD 1945 and the creation of Panitia Pengalus Bahasa. Assembly on July 14, 1945. Plenary session of Research Agency result follows: 1. Indonesia Declarations of Independence. 2. Opening of Constitutions. And 3. Body of Constitution. Assembly on July 15, 1945. Report from the Head Committee of the Constitutional Draft. Assembly on July 16, 1945. Draft of Constitution has been received only by the investigative body trial. 7. 10 until 16 July 1945. On the 10th July of 1945, Ir Soekarno, as the head of the committee, gave several reports. 32 proposals have been proposed, or nine groups of proposals from 40 members. On the 22 June of 1945, it was decided to form a small committee called Panitia 9, associated completing the plan of Basic Preamble Law or the Piagam Jakarta. On the 11th July of 1945, at the exact same day, the Committee of the Basic Law Planner, or Panitia Perancang Hukum Dasar, decided to form a Committee of Declaration of Human Rights. The entirety constituent agreed to reunitarism. The content of the preamble was not just word. The country will lead by one person. C. On July 13, 1945, the small committee of Basic Law designers succeeded in gathering important proposals. D. On July 14, at 3 p.m. until 6 p.m., congregation listened to the work report of the Basic Design Committee. E. On July 15 and 16 July 1945, conveyed the concept of Basic Law along with the explanation and Dr. Soeharto's suggestion on human rights. F. On July 16, 1945, the approval and acceptance of Basic Law draft submitted by the Basic Law Drafting Committee. With the closing of second PPUPKI session, the task of PPUPKI is considered complete and then dissolved. To continue the task of PPUPKI was formed. 8. On August 9, 1945, PPKI was formed on August 9, 1945. PPKI is a reform by the Japanese government, but is not an instrument of the Japanese government because PPKI work after Japan was no longer in power. PPKI work on the basis of belief, thought, and its own way to achieve the independence of an independent Indonesia. PPKI is an embodiment or representative body of the Indonesian people. 9. On August 17, 1945, Proclamation of Indonesian Independence. 10. On August 18, 1945, at 10 D. The plenary session began to discuss the draft basic law and the ratification of the Constitution. B. Pancasila ratification process. Formation of PPKI. In order to form PPKI, Dr. Soekarno, Dr. Soeharto, Dr. Haji Malik forsaken at the summons of General Terauchi. According to Soekarno, General Terauchi on August 9, 1945 gave him 3 stamps, namely 1. Soekarno was appointed chairman of the BPKI, Mohatta as the deputy chairman, Regimen as member. And number 2, the preparatory committee can start work on August 1945. Number 3, fast or not, the work of the committee is left entirely to the committee. The members of BPKI, Soekarno as the chairman, Dr. Soeharto as the vice chairman, Dr. Rajiman Widyadiningrat, Ki Bagus Hadikusumo, Ketua Iskandar Dinata, Pangeran Purbojo, Pangeran Sorjo Hamudsojo, Sutarjo Kartadijojo, Profesor Dr. Mr. Supomo, Abdul Qadir, Dr. Siap Chuan Ping, Dr. Muhamir, Mr. Abdul Abbas, Dr. Samratulani, Andi Pangeran, Mr. Jelatu Hari, I Gusti Gatot Pojo, A.H. Hamidan, R.P. Suroso, K.H. Abdul Wahid Hasim, Mr. Muhammad Hasan. Ratification of the Basic Pancasila of the Republic of Indonesia. The proclamation as the culmination point of the Indonesian nation to become an Indonesian state essentially contains meaning. Number 1, it is the culmination of the history of the struggle of the Indonesian nation that has long experienced the oppression of colonialism and the originator of the soul or spirit to realize the ideals of the nation as stated in the opening of the 1945 Constitution, the 4 Alinea. Number 2, the Declaration of Independence is essentially a notification to the Indonesian nation and the international community that Indonesian nation has fully sovereign independence and is ready to maintain the proclaimed independence. Number 3, the proclamation of independence of the Indonesian state gave start to the Republic of Indonesia in a situation of emergency quick harm so that it would entire state requirements such as the Constitution, head of state, executive cabinet, state constitution, composition of government, and armed forces in the brief time. Number 4, the proclamation of independence is a joint decision and statement to remove the colonial rule of law into Indonesia's fully sovereign national legal system. The proclamation is the basis of mental quality and the best ideals of the Indonesian nation and state to realize the Indonesian personality which determines the establishment of the state Indonesia. B. Ratification of the process Pancasila on the Republic of Indonesia. Number 1. The plenary session began at 11:30 with the main event discussing the Basic Law draft, including the Basic Law preamble draft to be enacted into the Constitution, including the preamble in the Basic Law of an independent country on 17 August 1945. Several improvements were made in the ratification of the state constitution, which was previously by the preamble draft contained in the Jakarta Charter as a result of an agreement that was accepted by the BPKI session at its second session before the Proclamation of Independence, the content of which include: Number 1, in the draft preamble to the Indonesian Constitution, in the 4th paragraph, which contains the designation AWO, then changed to CAT, according to the request of member of the delegation from Bali, Mr. I Gusti Ketut Pujo, manuscript K 406. Number 2, the use of basic law replaced by basic enactment. And number 3, and in the sentence based on divinity with the obligation to carry out Islamic law for its adherents, according to the basic of humanity, changed to based on divinity in the one and only God, humanity. After the State of Republic of Indonesia was realized on August 17, 1945, in the Proclamation of Indonesian Nation, the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia was officially ratified and inaugurated during the PPKI session on August 18, 1945. In the opening of Indonesian Constitution in 1945 contained 4 paragraphs that are in a statement of determination of Indonesian nation. in determining the structure and fate of Indonesian nation in the future, as well as participate in world peace that oppose form of colonization or colonialism on this earth. It is also stated in the fourth paragraph that the serve of essential composition of the Indonesian state, namely Pancasila, are presented in the following order. Number 1, belief in the one supreme God. Number 2, justice and civilized humanity. Number 3, the unity of Indonesia. And 4, the democracy led by understanding wisdom among honorable representatives from the Parliament House. Number 5, social justice for all of the people of Indonesia. And it is the Pancasila's valid and correct composition in order that later become the foundation of the Republic of Indonesia, which has a constitutional position and has been agreed upon by the Indonesian nation in the session of the PPK as the National Committee, which represent the entire Indonesian nations. The dynamics of Pancasila. Pancasila is the fundamental ideology of Pancasila. Pancasila is the fundamental ideology of Indonesia. Pancasila consists of two words, Panca, that means 5, and Sila, that means principles. The first through 5 principles are related. Pancasila has an ideology, which is a comprehensive and in-depth view or value system on how to be right and just, as well as how to regulate behavior in various aspects of life. Ideologies can be divided into 2 categories in general, A, closed ideology, and B, open ideology. A closed ideology is a detailed ideology presented in a traditional and conservative way. An ideology that refuses to accept new interpretation despite the fact that times and society change. The characteristic is first, its truth should not be questioned based on other moral principles or values. Second, its content consists of its content is dogmatic and predetermined, so it cannot be changed. Third, demands obedience without reluctance. And the last, it is dictatorial and totalitarian. B, open ideology carry out open and flexible action in all areas, and it must be able to keep up with the dynamic changes of the times without changing the fundamental values. With the 1945 Constitution of the Republic Indonesia, there is often a generalization of the opinion that Pancasila is not important, whereas the birth of the 1945 Constitution was originally a mandate from Pancasila, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which can be accommodated through Pancasila. Experiences from Pancasila can certainly be seen clearly from everyone's action. However, in reality, there are rampant deviations from Pancasila values, such as the moral degradation of teenagers, the existence of KKN, poverty, and problems in other sectors of society that show a lack of understanding of the importance of a person towards Pancasila. And this is the references. And that's all about my presentation. I'm sorry if I have said many mistakes. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.